Ashley, in biology, we're learning about natural selection. What is natural selection anyway?
So, Michaela, if you really want to learn about natural selection, here's a great video to teach you all about it.
Natural selection is the process by which traits become more or less common in a population due to consistent effects upon the survival or reproduction of their barriers. It is a key mechanism of evolution. In natural selection, an animal undergoes adaptation, which is a change or the process of a change by which an organism or species becomes better suited to its environment. An example of adaptation would be this giraffe going taller and taller to eat the leaves on the trees which it needs to survive. This is also an example of heritability, for only the giraffes that could eat could survive. There are many different types of natural selection, one of them being directional selection, which is when an extreme phenotype is favored over other phenotypes, causing the allele frequency to shift over time in the direction of that phenotype. Another type of natural selection is disruptive selection, which are changes in the population's genetics in which extreme values for a trait are favored over intermediate values. The opposite of disruptive selection is stabilizing selection, which instead of favoring individuals with extreme phenotypes, it favors intermediate variants. It reduces phenotypic variation and maintains the status quo. The most worked upon method of selection is artificial selection, which is the breeding of plants and animals to produce desirable traits. Natural selection was not Darwin's only theory. Another theory that Darwin had was the struggle for existence, which is when there are more offspring than there are resources, which means the population is getting too big. This is when Darwin said that there would be a famine or plague, sometimes even a war to cancel people out. This ties back into the variations that animals and people possess that help them survive and reproduce. It was Darwin himself who said, "It is not the strongest species that survive, nor the most intelligent, but the ones most responsive to change." Charles Darwin.
Michaela, we are so lost. We don't know where we are.
Oh my god, Ashley, we're literally 5 minutes from your freaking house.
How did you know that?
I don't know.
You must have inherited that brain. Natural selection. So, Michaela, tell me, do you finally understand natural selection now?
I understand so much.
Natural selection.
selection.